Hello everyone, what's up? Prince12 here with another video review. Today I'm reviewing LEGO Marvel Superheroes set number 76081, the Milano versus the Abilisk from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So, here's the set, but really quick, let's take a look at the box. So, here's the box. It's from LEGO Marvel Superheroes, as we know. There are the Guardians of the Galaxy up there. Here's the set and all the things it does. Of course, just to remind you, it's from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Here are our characters here down at the bottom. Of course, it's for ages 7 to 14. Of course, that's just a suggestion. They have to put that on there. It's set number 76081, the Milano versus the Abilisk, 460 pieces, building to several different languages. We flip it over to the back, and look at this, there's more stuff, yay! So, here's Drax about to be eaten, Gamora going to save him, Baby Groot with a battery, I'm assuming that is, Star-Lord chasing Nebula, who's trying to run away. I would too. It comes with a little comic book. You can put them all in the Milano, which is easier said than done. More battling the Abilisk. But the Milano does stuff. Drax is trying not to get eaten. You can open and shut the Abelisk's mouth, and that's really pretty much it for the box. So, man, this set. So, this is a little bit of an older set at this point. This came out in 2017. It's 2019. So, it's almost a 2-year-old set at this point. I wanted to get this back when it was first out. But I never actually got around to it because I was a little lazy. And I had other more important things I needed to buy, like more Lego Star Wars sets. So one day, this just stopped being on store shelves. And I was very upset by that. But then eventually, in October of 2018, I was at my local Barnes & Noble. And you know, a lot of Barnes & Nobles nowadays have these big toy sections, and Lego is prominently featured there. So I was just kind of rooting around in that area, and there were some larger sets down on a lower shelf, and I just, I'm like, well, they're obviously not all the same set here, so let's kind of move some around and see what's in the back, and lo and behold, what do I see in the back? But this set, the Milano versus the Abilisk, the set I've been wanting for a while. I'm like, oh, hello, I just struck gold. So I was with my grandmother that day, and I said, hi, here's my Christmas present. Put it in your closet. I'll get it in December. And so she went, oh, okay, that's one less thing for me to worry about come December. So it was a Christmas present I bought myself. I'm proud of myself. Good purchase. So, yeah. So I finally got my hands on it, and I'm very happy. So let's go ahead and dive right into these minifigures. First up, we've got Peter Jason Quill, a.k.a. Star-Lord. Looking a little more gray than he usually is, because usually he's got some sort of red leather jacket on, but of course here for this part he and the rest of the gang are wearing rocket packs. They're flying around trying to save the Harbulary batteries from the Abilisk. So he's just kind of got his regular gray shirt and black pants on, no jacket to really accent his color scheme, but he looks pretty good. His helmet actually has it's the same mold as the last time, but there's some added details there on the mask, which I appreciate. Of course, you can take off the mask, and there's old Peter Quill looking at us. So you can have that face, or you can have that face. And in fact, this is a different hairpiece than they used last time as well. It's a little more wavy. So, of course, he comes with his really cool looking blasters. I love the molding on these blasters. It's really cool. So we'll put down Star-Lord. Now, here we have Gamora, daughter of Thanos. Looking very nice with her great big sword. I've tried to look for differences, and I can't really seem to find any. It seems like this torso piece is exactly identical to Peter's. It's so nothing really different going on here. Except, well, okay, so there's her double-sided face. That wasn't really what I was getting to. But you do have the rocket pack back printing, which, again, is the same as Star-Lord's, but it's just that he's actually wearing a rocket pack right now, so it's a little bit obscure. This is an easier way to show it off, and there's her double-sided face. So if you want Gamora to be angry, Gamora can be angry. So there's Gamora. Oops. Since I knocked her over, here is Gamora's sister Nebula. Looking a little more scruffed up than last time we saw her in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Her uniform's a little dirtied and torn. The face is actually a different printing. On the original minifigure we got in 2014, the blues were swapped around. The outside was a little more darker, and then the middle was a little lighter. This time it's the inverse. So, and actually the printing's completely different, but since it is the same character, the design is similar, but you look at the two and compare them, they're actually different, if not similar. So there is Gamora. Now, moving on to probably the cutest minifigure I've ever seen. Can you even call this a minifigure? I don't think you can, but here's little baby Groot. I am Groot. So yeah, there's little Groot. He is, no printing on the back, but that's okay. That's just adorable. Look at the little baby Groot. Love. And he's a nice little size there. As you can see, he fits in well with the other minifigures. I love the little baby Groot. And so last, but certainly not least, here we have Drax the Destroyer. I'll move him around a little bit because if he's sitting still too long, he'll turn invisible and we won't be able to see him. But you know, here's Drax. I love all the printing on Drax. Drax may be my favorite figure just for all the intricate printing on his body here. You can see the little Lego skulls printed on there, and he has arm printing too, which is a detail I really appreciate. I really appreciate that they actually gave him arm printing. That's very nice of them, because Drax. Goodness gracious, Drax has to be one of the most detailed characters in comic history just because of all the stuff he's got going on here on his chest. So that is Drax, and then that is really it for the minifigures. So now let's get into kind of the set itself, starting here with the Abilisk, or part of it. Of course, in the film, you saw the whole giant tentacle monster, but then if they were to just make one tentacle monster, if they were going to make a tentacle monster, it would comprise the entire set, and I don't think anyone really wanted an entire tentacle monster set. So I actually like that this is what we get. We do get this version of it with a little small Milano. So of course it's not exactly to scale, so maybe that's probably a little bit more the size it's supposed to be, because then you can have Drax jumping into it all slow-mo like. So that is a thing you can do with that. But the Abilisk actually has some really nice play features here, because it's all on these gears, so you move one tentacle and then all the tentacles move, which is really cool. And of course you can position them however which way you want. So that's really nice. And then of course you can open and close. I think it'd be dead if it opened up its mouth that wide, but you can do that if you want to. So there is a range of different poses you can put it in and everything. So it's really quite cool. I do actually like this thing a lot. I thought it'd just be kind of this throwaway thing I wouldn't really care for, but I actually really like it. This thing is cool. So, rawr, I'm an Abilisk. And then I suppose maybe if you manage to put it in, then there's stickers over it, so you can kind of see more of the Abilisk. I guess this is more like it's trying to break out of something, because it does have these open here. So if you put like 2x1s down here, then you could actually have it sit, and you could build it into a wall. You manage to build it into a wall or something if you wanted to. So that'd be something you could do with it. So yeah, that's the Abilisk. It does have nice printing on the eyes there. That's a printed piece, not a sticker, which is something I really appreciate. And of course, you can give him the Hardulary batteries to wave around there. Another accessory, which is I assume this is supposed to be the little tape deck sound system that they use to plug in while they listen to their music while they fight. I don't really, because that was sort of kind of this blue color in the film, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know what else this would be besides, I mean, I guess that's the speaker, and it's a little odd. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have gone with this. With this piece, I would have gone with a 2x1, but maybe they went with this because that way they can have Groot hold it. Because the thing with Groot is that he actually can hold stuff. Boom, just like that. So now he can groove out to Mr. Blue Sky with this little thing in his hand. So that's Groot. Now moving on to the Milano here. This is really the reason I wanted this set. Well, one of the reasons. I wanted this set for 2 reasons. One, I could have a Milano because, oh my gosh, I love the Milano. The Milano is such a cool spaceship. I'm a big sci-fi fan. You know, Star Wars is my life. I like a lot of science fiction stuff, Transformers, etc. And this, I mean, the Milano is just such a cool spaceship. I really kind of fell in love with the look of the ship after the first movie came out and after that line of sets was released. So I did not pick up the original Milano, which is probably a superior set, but I actually kind of like this smaller version, even though it's not as big. But I already had one great big thing on my shelf. I probably didn't need another, so this is a nice substitute. Now, if you might notice that on the box, it does have a sticker there that says Milano that you'd put on there, but the actual Milano does not have that. And I think that just looks tacky, so I just left it off because it's my toy. I can do with it what I want. But it does have some other stickers on there, like these, which, because I'm terrible with stickers, this one's crooked, which is very annoying. But one of the cool things is that when you open it up, you've got some stickers in there for like control panels. But it does come with a sticker so you can have the Walkman tape deck. That's really cool. I really appreciate that. That's a nice little detail there. So, as I said, or as the box tells you, you can put the entire crew in there. As I said, easier said than done. But let's go ahead and see if I can get it done. So, the thing is that you do have to take off the rocket packs. Yeah, he would look mad after I just ripped his head off. So, we'll see about sticking him here in the pilot seat where he belongs. Maybe. I guess maybe the arms have to be down. I've done it before. Like I said, it's a little difficult. Okay, so there he is, and as you can see, you can just close that. Now, let's see about setting Gamora, or excuse me, Nebula. Nebula on the back here. Okay. Gotta remove Mr. Invisibility's rocket pack. Take away his knives. And this is really where it gets tricky, is trying to fit them in there. Come on, you. Okay, there. We've got them. Takes a little work, but you can get them. And then we'll just grab Gamora here. And since everyone else looks angry in there, we'll make her look angry. So, give Nebula a real angry face. She and Nebula have been fighting a little too much, too often, so she's a little ticked off about that. And then, oh man, I just shook Drax free. Come on, Drax. And then, okay, there we are. They're in there. They're not exactly stable, and they're not exactly sitting on something, but oh, that's because Gamora's a little too far over. But they're in there, so you can get the entire. Oh, sorry, Groot. About left the baby behind, and then of course, he doesn't really. You can just stick him in there in the pile. So there we go. We got the entire crew in the Milano, and of course, if you want to, if you have all the Guardians, you can swap out Nebula for Rocket. Of course, he's not in this set because they had to sell some other toys, so they included Rocket and something else. So there's the gang in the Milano, and man, the Milano looks cool. I love the Milano. It's got a whole bunch of flaps and stuff that you can position any which way you want to. Like such. There's these you can fiddle with. I really like it when they give you the option to fiddle with all the flaps and stuff. So it does come with some stud shooters here. So let's go ahead and fire at the Abilisk. Oh! Alright, that was a direct hit. It hit the Abilisk, and then it came back and it hit me. Let me pick up that stud. There we go. And then you can just pop it right back in there. Alright, and then let's say that didn't do all the damage we need to do. So we can do a fly over here. Oh, and also look at the underside. You do get some of these. So that's the engines that that help it lift off like that. Just move that a little more centered. All right. Now another thing we've got here on the bottom is that we've got these. Now I didn't really understand what these were because as you can see them on the box. There. I thought that they were these things you launched, but they're not really launched as much as they're little bombs you drop. So you've got these right here. You got these right here. You push down. Boom, we just carpet bombed the Abilisk. Grab this other one. Alright, there we are. And of course you can do the same with the other side. So then they just go right back in there. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Milano. Just move the Abilisk. He's dead. He's dead. His impenetrable skin has been penetrated. And there we have the Milano. Really the kind of the main feature of this set. So yeah, I really enjoy this set. I figured I would when it first came out. That's why it was on my list. That, and so I could get the rest of the Guardians because I already had a Star-Lord, Rocket, and Groot, the full-size Groot, but I did not get Gamora and Drax from the first movie. So the second movie comes out, and it really reminded me how much I love these characters. So I'm like, okay, I need to get a hold of a Drax and a Nebula. Of course, then I missed out on this set for a while. But hey, I've got it now because I've actually managed to find it, thankfully. And so now I do have a full Guardians of the Galaxy squad. I've got all of them, including Mantis and 2 Nebulas now. Since Nebula, I guess technically, spoilers for a movie that came out 2 years ago. Since Nebula is also part of the Guardians, you could say. So yeah, so I really enjoy this set. This is usually the part where I recommend a set when I like it. The only problem is it's 2 years old. It's a 2-year-old set, so you're probably going to have a tough time finding it nowadays. If you do like it, I really do wish you luck on finding it on the aftermarket, like eBay and stuff. Amazon maybe sometimes have them, but the prices are ludicrously high, so it's like good luck finding it. I guess maybe you could order individual pieces and buy the minifigures off of Bricklink or something, or maybe if you already have, because like say you got the Benatar from Infinity War, which already comes with a Star-Lord and a Gamora. Actually, I prefer that Gamora minifigure, but I'll take this one. That's fine. Then you could order a Drax, and then if you already had a Rocket and a Groot, then and you didn't care about the Abilisk, then really you could probably just Bricklink all the pieces for the Milano easily, because it's like how hard is it gonna be to find one of those in blue? So yeah, that's pretty much it for this set. I wish you luck on the aftermarket if this tickles your fancy and you want to pick one up, because it's probably, because to buy the complete set in a box nowadays, it's probably going to be a little expensive. So, and it originally retailed for $50, by the way. So there's your. So if you want to start your hunt now, there you go. That's how much it costed when it was originally out. So that's how you can now set your prices, and you can judge how much it's worth nowadays. So that'll pretty much be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Remember to follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Those links are in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.